Welcome back to the channel. It's Dr. Angela Kudger, the founder of Legacy Holistic Health Institute. If you landed on our channel, thank you so much for being here. In this video, we're going to continue our series on the universal laws of abundance. And in today's video, we're going to be talking all about the law of money magnetism. And so if you've been following along, you already know that there are several universal laws that are on this channel that we teach. I wanted to specifically bring out 6 laws that only teach about money and that teach about financial abundance, because oftentimes part of our ability to get to financial abundance is rooted in our ability to heal other things in other parts of our lives. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you so much for being a part of our conscious community. And if you want to be a part of our email list, check the comments below. There'll be a link there for you to go to that page. Just scroll to the bottom and then make sure you go ahead and you subscribe to that email list. You're going to get a lot more incredible content in your inbox as opposed to the stuff that's amazing and that's on this channel as well. In addition to that, if you are already a subscriber here and you're not on our email list, you're welcome to click that link as well. If you are a subscriber, you're returning, thank you so much. You know, we love everything that you do to support this channel. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hopefully you will by the end of this video. So let's talk a little bit about money magnetism. So money magnetism, I want you to think about money magnetism as a way, in this law, is how you actually draw or become the magnetic force that draws money and financial abundance into you. When we're talking about money magnetism, consider this. Consider if you were someone who worried about money, or you were someone who constantly wondered where your next amount of money was going to come from. And you have to know that when these thoughts arise, then we're stuck in the vibration of scarcity. We're constantly keeping our mind on the vibration of lack. And so we want to make sure that when it comes to money magnetism, we understand that just like in the law of cause and effect that we covered on this channel, what we are constantly doing, our thought process is going to cause us to do something that will have an effect on our finances. And so when we're talking about the law of money magnetism, we're talking about the things that we physically do and the thoughts that we currently have that become the beacon or the magnet to either draw in more money or either repel more money. And so when we're looking at this law, when we're looking to understand this law, we want to make sure that a few things are true. Number one, we want to make sure that we are in the space of people who are thinking and being and acting and drawing money into them. Now, here's what I want to say. If you are someone who is shy or fearful or afraid to be around money, then there's something that needs to be worked out concerning that. And here's why I say that. Money, just like air, just like water, just like a natural resource on the planet, money is source energy. Money is God energy. And so you want to make sure that you feel like you're entitled to an abundance of it, just like you feel like you're entitled to your next breath, or just like you feel like you're entitled to your next walk in the park or walk to get fresh air, your ability to look at the trees, your ability to hear the birds chirp, right? These are all part of source energy. These are all extensions of God energy. And so we want to make sure that we start to bend our thinking, lend our thought processes towards money being an inexhaustible resource, just like everything else. When you start to think this way about money, there are a few things that are going to happen. One, you're going to eventually start to challenge how you feel and think about money naturally. You're going to find yourself catching or being more aware of your limiting beliefs around having an abundance of money. If you look around where you live, from the people who live nearby, from the people who live next door, from the places that you have access to, the ability to have access to certain things, If you take a look around at all of these things, every single one of these things are encounters based on your ability to draw in more abundance. There's a reason why certain people have a yacht that they can look around, and certain people only have their bedroom, or certain people only have a small patch of grass in front of their house, and some people have 80 acres, right? And so we have to think abundantly about everything concerning us. Everything on this planet is here for your use. It is not here for your partial use. It is here for your inexhaustible, rich use. And money is no different. Money is one of those things. And so, what I want you to be able to take away from this video is that money is, when you're looking at catching these limiting beliefs, you're not just looking at uh how aware you are when they come up, but you're also going to be looking at, where did I get that from? Where did that first become a thought process for me? Where did this idea about abundance or lack come from? And is that my current option? Is that what I want to remain my idea about money? Or do I want to think more expansively? Do I want to think or feel more abundant in the things that I do? So I want you to think about this for you, because every thought that you're thinking, everything that you're doing is actually seducing to come to you the next thing, right? The next thing. And if that is money, if you are thinking about money, then that is what's going to start to come to you. If there is some blocks around money, then you will find that money escapes you. Money, and I will also say, when we ask for the manifestation of financial abundance, we must also ask for the knowledge to be able to understand how to treat said energy, right? We must also be aware of the knowledge that it takes to manage money and to manage it well, to be able to understand how we can invest it, how we can grow it. So there are other things that come along with this law of money magnetism, right? And drawing money into you. So this law is here to help us cultivate our thoughts and emotions towards abundance. And when we truly believe in this, then our financial goals become so small, and we start to think about expansive money conversations. I'll never forget the first time I was invited to a meeting that was all about multi-million dollar conversations. And I had not been used to these kinds of meetings. I had been someone who was a six-figure earner since my late 20s and 30s. I was someone who made high dollar amounts at a very early age. So, and I was someone who actually came from a home where money was never talked about. And if it was talked about, it was always the money doesn't grow on trees. It was always thought processes or little idioms around money being scarce. I knew that my parents weren't going to buy me anything. I knew that if I wanted something, I was going to have to go to work for it. I knew these things. I understood these things even as a very, very little girl, even in like grade school years, when my parents are like, that field trip costs $20. I can feed this entire family for that $20, So you're not going to be able to go on that field trip, right? And so, I always grew up thinking that, number one, there was never enough. Number two, if there was ever going to be any money, I had to work significantly hard for it. And nothing was going to be handed to me. No opportunity was going to be handed to me. And growing up, never thought that it was possible to make. And so fast forward, going through college, I knew, okay, one of the ways that I can start to get around this poverty mindset, or around all of the impoverished things that I had experienced growing up, was to educate myself. I knew that I had to put myself around different people. I knew that I had to begin to educate myself and work a trade or work something. So I went into the medical field, got licensed in several things over about 20 years. And so I knew that I would always have some way to make money because of my knowledge, right? This, although I'm grateful for all of the education and the programs and the things that I'm still enrolled in, this is a scarcity mindset that took massive action, because even after doing all of that, the mindset of money scarcity was still there. And so I had to learn through metaphysics how to release these thought processes, how to begin to put a different tape recorder into my subconscious mind so that I could understand what it meant to believe that financial prosperity was mine. And I'll never forget being able to transcend. And this is why when different portals open on the planet, you have a lot of people who don't necessarily believe in portals and energy and things like that. But every time God opens up a new season for us, Source also facilitates it by shifting the energy on the planet, making it much more easier for us to shift into something different. And so I took advantage of things like the eclipses, these energies on the planet. I took advantage of the 8-8 portal of abundance. I took advantage of the 11-11 portal and the meditations. And I took advantage of those things to drop off old habits, old beliefs, rewrite a different script over and over again over the years. And since then, I've been invited into rooms. I was just on a meeting the other day talking about a $600 million contract. I'm the only person on the call who's not a billionaire yet, right? And so these are things, right? And I went from, begging for jobs that only paid 50 to 80K a year to having these conversations and realizing that's payroll, that's monthly expenses. We've got to make more. And so I know I can tell you from experience that there is no shortage of abundance laid up for you, not in terms of finances. And if your money is stuck, it is a surefire sign that you are living outside of the laws of abundance. And you must start to affirm a new reality for yourself. You must begin to affirm a new thought process for yourself. Tell yourself that you are worthy of unlimited abundance. Tell yourself that nothing is held up from you. Tell yourself that everything is being released to you now. Tell yourself that you deserve this. Tell yourself this every day. Look in the mirror and tell yourself this every single day. You are worthy, and I had to get there. I had to get there financially. I had to get there when it came in terms of physical body image. I had to get there when it came to physical beauty. I had to get there. I was one of those people who grew up thinking that I was just not an attractive person, that no one wanted to be my friend, that I didn't deserve certain things. And I can tell you from experience that you are absolutely worthy and you deserve the best. You are absolutely worthy and you deserve the best. But it starts with how you think and feel about yourself and about what you think you deserve. Listen, I hope that you have truly enjoyed this video. And if you are interested in staying connected on this channel, please make sure you subscribe. Something like this.
Be sure to hit the subscribe button and make sure that you're staying abreast of everything on our channel, and be sure to turn on your notifications so that you know when we post new videos.
I never take the role of teacher lightly. Thank you so much for sharing time and space with me. Listen, if you haven't already yet, check out the other videos for the universal laws of abundance. And I want to hear from you in the comments about how you're going to use this information. Love and light to you, beautiful.